They make our nation less safe by putting dangerous criminals back on the streets.
President Trump's administration may be working to crack down on sanctuary cities and illegal immigration, but deportation concerns for many in Dalton, Georgia are nothing new.
In the past, they were deporting people without any criminal charges, and even young people, students. So we are concerned about that. We rather to have a relationship with law enforcement and to find ways to work together instead of feeling that we are persecuted by that agreement.
America Gruner with a coalition of Latino leaders is talking about the 287G program implemented at the Whitfield County Jail in 2008. The sheriff's office says it was brought in because of demand for immigration enforcement reform with the goal of removing dangerous criminal aliens. Here, a few select Whitfield County detention officers with special training have access to a federal database where they can check on a foreign-born individual's criminal history.
If there's something there that's in question, they will be detained. They will go before a deportation judge, and it's up to him what the status is.
Only 4 counties in Georgia have the program out of 38 in the U.S. Dalton officials say it even saves the taxpayers money.
It kept folks out of our jail. We could do checks immediately instead of waiting for somebody from Atlanta or another ICE location to come here, so we didn't have to detain people for days waiting on appointments.
And law enforcement officers say immigrant residents shouldn't be concerned about deportation as long as they don't break the law.
Generally speaking, if they stay below the radar and don't violate state law, the Georgia Criminal Code, on a jailable offense. So stopping somebody out here on the street for running the stop sign, they could be illegal and we'll never know it. They get a ticket, they go on about their way. Can't even ask them if they're illegal. But if it is a jailable offense, a DUI, and they come to the jail, then our immigration officers can check their full status at that point. So you already have committed a violation to be in jail to be checked.
Gruner, however, says it's not always that simple. In Georgia, it's against the law to drive without a license. If you're stopped without one, you could spend at least 2 days in jail.
You don't need to have committed a crime or serious crime to be detained or deported because you were caught without license. So that was the most common reason that people were deported between 2009 to 2012. Not having a license, but and that's not a crime, it's an offense, and for some people they criminalize us, saying that, well, it's against the law in the state driving without license, so that makes you a criminal. That we are not criminals. We need to drive because we need to go to work, to school, to have a daily life.
But Chitwood says oftentimes when someone's deported, there's a lot more to the story.
Last calendar year, we had 540 encounters, and of that, 35 individuals were deported. So that, to me, is not a very high percentage. And oftentimes what people don't know, they say, well, they were caught for DUI in Dalton, Georgia, and they were deported. What they don't know or don't tell you is they may have had a 10-year sentence in California for selling cocaine, and they just got out of prison, and they were not to return to the United States. So did the DUI deport them? No. Their prior history and prior record is what deported them.